We must ask ourselves, what is your role and mine if we are to live the gospel faithfully and radically? Or to put it another way, we have to ask, what is the role of freelance thinkers, of those people we call public intellectuals, like you and me, here and now, who care about all of these topics, who have deep feelings that we bring to them, a lot of personal experience to share about each one of them, and strong and educated opinions, but no power and no authority to mandate change where change is necessary, as we live in a society of talking points and public relations managers and political spin. And all the while we know down deep that we cannot blame God for what we fail to do ourselves in a country in which our government has been hijacked by extremists, in a church whose vision of the future has too long been the past, and where our possible answers are being blocked and half of our population is excluded from even thinking about them. Well, there are those to whom we can look for an answer to those questions. For instance, the great abolitionist Frederick Douglass, in equally serious times as these, wrote once, "To suppress free speech is a double wrong. It violates the rights of the speaker, yes," he writes, "but it violates the rights of the hearer as well." Yes, it takes a democratic worldview to create an involved population, but it also takes an involved population to make a democratic worldview real. Point: to be without thinkers, to be without the faithful and committed teachers, visionaries, interrogators of any group or organization or society, to be without public intellectuals, in other words, who will go on stirring the waters of thought, who will question the absolutes of any society, who will think out loud beyond the agendas of institutional authorities, is to leave a people captive to ideas they did not seek, let alone forge, but cannot escape. It is the most deadly and deadening kind of intellectual slavery. The public intellectual is at base the itinerant teacher of a society whose people are intent on learning about issues and ideas beyond the scope of their own private, personal, professional lives maybe, but vital to them nevertheless. Public intellectuals are, in other words, just like you and me. They're average people who have questions and ask them, who recognize problems and analyze them, who discover issues and challenge them, who hear contradictions and confront them.